Hello and welcome to Monday's edition of Sid Says, where it's been an absolutely belter of a week if you're a Tottenham Hotspur fan. The fact that Romero has come in and he's going to be wearing the number 4 shirt, a deal that's absolutely fascinating, and it has got the Spurs fans over the moon. So the number 4 shirt will be worn by Romero. Secondly, a great win against the arch rivals Arsenal at the weekend. Galini played the second half. Unfortunately, Romero wasn't fit to play. But hopefully, fingers crossed, Man City game. Harry Kane should be back for the game. Nothing to report on the outgoings at the moment. Several players have been linked. Harry Winks, Sissoko, also Dele Alli, maybe not. Who knows? Sergio Aurier, as always. Sanchez, as always. Eric Dyer, we hope and wish, but nothing happening. So, like I said before, there's some exciting news, but for the excitement and pure excitement, you guys will have to wait until the end of the show, where I will be revealing a mystery player linked to Spurs. Everyone knows who it is. Just like to thank everyone who's been commenting, suggesting players that I should be looking at. I do take all your comments on board. And before we start and before we go any further, please like, subscribe, share, and also comment down below. I do read them. There's a few players that I've actually looked at, and one of them is actually on today's show. So please carry on doing what we're doing. Let's get the subscriptions up. Let's get more and more people liking, and hopefully Sid Says will continue further down the line. So let's start with number 1 player. Now, there's a few people every week have suggested this player. I've left it for a while, but ladies and gentlemen, here is the first one, and it is Denzel Dumfries, currently playing for PSV Eindhoven. He's a right back and a right-footed right back, 6'1", currently playing in the Eredivisie division, and there's a lot of talk about him from a lot of the Tottenham fans who follow Sid Says and also Paxton Road TV. Big shout out to Paxton Road TV as well. A lot of people have mentioned this guy, and as you can see from his stats, 41 appearances last season. He scored 4 goals, 9 assists, and he had 10 yellow cards. Now, we all know we need a right back because unfortunately Doherty is just not good enough. Aurier is not good enough, or on his day he can be absolutely blinding. But you know, when it's a tense, nervous game, there's a penalty or a foul or something in Aurier's aura, so it's going to happen. Doherty, unfortunately, is just not suited to 4 at the back. Under Nuno, let's see what happens, but I've spoken to a few Spurs fans and not many are keen for him to stay. So Dumfries looks like a good option. If we look at his stats again, last season he played 153 times, scored 17 goals, 26 assists, and 32 yellow cards. So that just proves that he's a right back that likes to attack and also defend, and it's a no-hold-barred defenders with a lot of yellow cards. In total, 248 appearances, 22 goals, 33 assists, and 49 yellow cards. Currently, his contract expires June 2023, so it's going to take a good bid if we want him out of the Dutch League. Transfer value is 14.4 million, which for a right back and at his age as well, I think it's very, very good. There are a lot of options out there. I hear Tomiyasu's almost done deal, but I've been hearing that for the last 2-3 weeks before the Olympics started. Japan got knocked out in the semi-finals, and we're still talking about Tomiyasu. It's all been agreed, personal terms, everything's agreed, but it's just the usual 1 million, 2 million. Daniel Levy special. They obviously want more Bologna. It depends on what Daniel Levy is willing to pay. So a right back is a priority. We've got the centre back in, so we definitely need a right back. Like I said before, 14.4 million for a 25-year-old exciting attacking right back is perfect. If you've got any comments on this one, I know a few people have, please like and comment. The other thing as well is I think last Friday I said Max Aarons, and as you can see from Sean Snow, good afternoon, Sean. Thank you for coming on. He'd rather have Max Aarons, and I totally agree with what he's saying. We do need some more homegrown players, especially with Paratici at the helm. We're going to see a lot of foreign players coming in. So, you know, the more British players we got, the better. So Max Aarons, it's still my favourite, and I think he's a lot of other fans' favourite. So let's see. There's no bid been put in for Dumfries. It's just person of interest. I don't think he's even sort of linked to Spurs, but a lot of people have said things about him, so I'll just put him in there, throw him into the equation. You never know. Next on my list is a midfielder. A lot of people might have seen this guy playing in the Prem last season, and it is Yves Bissouma, 24-year-old Brighton and Hove Albion player, plays in centre midfield, right-footed, 5'9" tall. Now, he has been linked to Arsenal. He has been linked to Liverpool previously, and he is a person of interest of Spurs. How true it is, I'm not too sure, but I've seen him play last season, and he is a good midfielder. He's strong, versatile, the kind of player that would do well for Spurs. He's only a youngster as well, 24 years old. 39 appearances last season, 2 goals and 9 yellow cards. Not a lot of goals, to be honest, from a midfielder. Need to see more end product. 2 goals is not enough for somebody to be coming into the Spurs midfield, because we've got likes of Winks, Sissoko. They run around a lot, but not scoring many goals. So we do need somebody who's going to score a lot of goals. Overall, he has made 86 appearances in the Prem, 2 goals, 17 yellow. In League One, in La Liga 1, it was 47 appearances, 3 goals. So in total, 151 appearances, 8 goals, 3 assists, and 28 yellow cards. Currently on the market at 22.5 million. Contract expiry 30th of June 2023. Now, like I said before, Liverpool were linked with him last year. Arsenal have been linked with him this year. But from what I gather, he's been told by, I don't know whether it is his agents or people that he knows, not to go to Arsenal. So come to the part of London where football is, because North London is white, and he would be absolutely wicked in a white shirt. So if you're listening, Bissouma, if any of his representatives are listening, we'll have him. And as Sean Snow says here, Bissouma, now we're talking. Also, Lamptey from Brighton, which is a player I've mentioned. So who knows? We could be. So that's 3 Brighton players I've linked ourselves with so far. I've had Lamptey, I've had Dunk, and Bissouma now. So watch this space. We do need some good midfielders in there, and he's a youngster, so it could happen. It may not happen. Let's see what happens. Next player on the list is a striker. Just one thing on Dumfries as well. At the Euros, he did play, I think he played 4 appearances, and he had 2 goals and 1 assist in the Euros. And from what I believe, he had a very, very good Euros. So it's an option. Moving on, next one is a striker with all the Kane saga going on at the moment. Will he stay? Won't he? Do we need a second striker? Vlahovic situation, from what I hear, is gathering pace. Offer has been put in, but it's whether they're willing to accept what Spurs have offered. I think we've offered about 40. They're looking at about 60. Danny Ings now moved on to Aston Villa. But Martinez, somebody I reviewed on Friday, seems to be gathering massive momentum and pace. Player wants to come to Spurs. Apparently, he's already said there's only one team he wants to go to, Spurs. Personal terms, everything is not a problem. The big problem now is all this was agreed prior to Inter Milan selling Lukaku to the team down West London. And he has had his first part of his medical at Chelsea. So it looks like Inter Milan are not willing to lose. Well, they're willing to lose one striker, but not two. And Martinez looks like a possibility that it may not happen. But Paratici is at the wheel. Forget all Mr. Ole. Paratici is at the wheel, and it looks like he does want him. Martinez wants to come and play with the likes of Lo Celso and Romero. So let's see. And my next player after this one, let's see if that entices him even more. But next on my list is Andre Belotti, 27-year-old Torino forward, right-footed, 5'9". As you can see, 35 appearances last season, 13 goals and 7 assists. Now, for a striker who's been playing really, really well in the Italian league, 31 million is not bad. Absolutely not bad. He did play in the Euros. Unfortunately, he didn't score at all in the Euros. He did have quite a lot of game time. A few games he started as a sub, but when you've got other players doing all the business, he did play but didn't score. But he is a quality striker. Now, if we look at his Serie A appearances, he had 248 appearances, 98 goals and 25 assists, which is phenomenal for a striker in Serie A. In total, 367 appearances, 150 goals and 33 assists. So that's just probably one every 2 games he's been scoring. I do like the striker. He has been playing quite well, like I said, at Torino. He does need that, probably needs that big move. Whether Spurs is the big move for him, I do not know. But it's just a person of interest again. Let's see what happens with this one. There's nothing concrete, no offers have been made, but it's just somebody that we have looked at and I've just thrown him in the mix. Going back to Scott M's comment, Bissouma would be great. I forgot about him. As Sean says, being able to rotate Højbjerg, Skip and Bissouma would be great. And you know what? I'm not complaining there, because if you look at that, Højbjerg, Skip and Bissouma in the middle, and then you're rotating them with, if Lo Celso still stays, and Ndombele, we don't know what's going on with him. I think that midfield could be phenomenal. But let's just watch this space, see what happens. Finally, we have the big one. Absolute massive news all this week. As you all know, Lionel Messi has left Barcelona. He wanted to stay, but unfortunately, with all the shenanigans going on at Barcelona, he has had to leave. And he is a free agent. So, 34-year-old Lionel Messi, no £1 million. That's right, no million. Absolute free. Forward, left foot, 5'5". I don't need to say anything else. Everyone knows who he is, what he does, how phenomenal he is. Last season, 47 appearances, 34 goals, 14 assists. I'm going to keep playing this little message of his. Let him keep coming on the screen. I know it's just a dream for everyone. Everyone's probably thinking, never ever in a million years is this guy going to come to Spurs. But who knows? Who knows? Barca are in the mud, as Adam says. So, you know what? When you're in the mud, just clean that dirt away and bring him in. Bring him in. As far as I am aware, Spurs have asked Barcelona to keep them up to date with any situation. If anything changes with Messi, now that he's a free transfer. PSG, everyone seems it's signed, sealed and delivered, but it hasn't been. He's still in Spain. He's not in PSG. PSG can roll the red carpet out, blue carpet, whatever they want to do. He's not ready yet. He's not gone there. From what I believe, Paratici has spoken personally to Messi's dad and asked what his intentions are, or whether there would be a possibility of him coming. Come on, listen to this. Possibility of Messi coming to Spurs. Yeah, it's a possibility. It's not concrete, but it's a possibility. And when it's a possibility, anything can happen. Unfortunately, though, 400,000, 500,000 pound a week. Who knows? Yeah, we're never going to pay it. We're never going to pay it. But one more time, let me just put this up here. I just can't, the fact that we've even Paratici is even looking at it, for me is just mad. If he's actually spoken to him, who knows what he is stirring in the background. But can you imagine Messi staying and coming to Spurs? Kane can go if he wants. Kane wants to stay. It's not a problem. And the other thing I mentioned about Martinez coming to Spurs was the fact that we've got Romero already. We've got Lo Celso. Messi might come in. Can you imagine that? And then Martinez. So it's the South American connection. That would be amazing because we'd have a defender, midfielder, and a striker. And I'm just seeing them shirts being sold. I'm being them shirts sold left, right, and centre. And as Spursy141 says, we can dream. Of course, we can dream. Everyone dreams. But at some point, dreams can become reality. Spursy141. So, hey, who knows? Messi could well be. My next transfer show could even be Martinez, Messi to Spurs. How is that for a headline? Let's get the South American connection going and let's see what happens. So, like I said before, please like, subscribe, share, especially this link because it's Messi link and we don't want it to get messy with Kane, but let the Messi link go viral. Leave your comments. If there's any other players you think that might be good for Spurs, if you disagree with what I've said, I know Messi's possibility may not be, but hey, Sid Says could happen. Sky Sports News have virtually yesterday said all the players that I've mentioned in the last couple of weeks, so maybe Sky Sports News are listening to Sid Says, who knows. But until on Friday, I'll have a special guest. Spacey141 might be my special guest. Who knows? If anybody else wants to come on my show, please leave a comment below. And every Friday, I have a special guest where we talk about players coming in. Hopefully, I'll have one about players going out. So, as it stands, Martinez could be a Spurs player by the next time I speak to you lot. Messi might still be in the mix. Let's see what happens. But until the next time, enjoy, keep dreaming about Messi, and who knows, on Friday, I may make them dreams come true.